early in here. We appreciate you, sir. How's your day going? How's everything in New Zealand? All right. Let's get to these 100 push ups, shall we? We're on day 65. Day 65. Uh oh. Got some feedback. There we go. Day 65. Here we go. I'll put this down low. What's up, Stark? How you doing? Great to have you. How's your day going? How was your weekend? How's everybody's weekend? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll throw in a 10-second plank. Bella's not here, so I'm going to keep this a little shorter because my day's starting a little earlier. That's great to hear. Hopefully everybody, the family's well. Jacob, 65. Wow, we got a message health for review. All right. I'm doing great. Appreciate that. So we're back to the push-ups. We're just going to do the 10 reps and then the 10-second plank. I'm keeping my workout a little bit shorter, and I can always circle back and do some stuff when I get off of work. But because my day starts a little earlier than usual on my schedule, I can do that on the back end of the day. A lot of times I get off later than I would like. So it's kind of one of those things where we get a little flexible with our session. Here we go. Number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And a little 10-second plank. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Number 2, Jacob says, yep, the top is good. So to see you guys celebrating with us tomorrow at the top is good. To see you guys celebrating with us tomorrow at the top is so good to see you guys celebrating with us tomorrow. That's as long as it lets you go. All right. Okay. All right. So still being, yeah, that was random. Being deliberately slow on those push-ups on the down the eccentric motion, and then really trying to kind of push up and squeeze, and just being deliberate, especially when you have a day where it's like just the push-ups in a short plank time. Slow your rep time down, and really enjoy all of that range of motion and everything else, and then you can kind of gauge on your rest time as well. So I'm gonna get to number 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right. So 5:39 is when I finished. Well, probably a little before that, but if I can keep this around like a minute, again, it allows that our time doing the work in the workout itself is structured. Thank you, Rory. Thank you, Rory. We're trying to be a little bit more deliberate with our time and things like that. So when you can structure things, especially to say you're going to give yourself a minute to rest, then specifically you have just that minute. And then it keeps like your framing. So at least if you do 10 sets, you know there's at least 10 sets of or 10 minutes of rest, and then you can kind of equate in whatever your time frame is to do the actual push-up, say 30 seconds. So we've got that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And plank. Jacob, I think you changed the name. Looks like the name on your channel changed. Is that what's something different? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 4, 7:37. Appreciate the thumbs up, everyone. If you're new watching, good morning and welcome. Today is day 65 of doing 100 push-ups. And we're doing these every day. We're just going to continue to do push-ups every day. And it doesn't mean that's the only exercise we're doing, but this is how this is where the live is. Sometimes we'll do squats with it. Sometimes we'll do more ab work, jumping jacks, you name it. So today is just kind of straightforward. A nice, really slow, deep push-up. And just enjoying, again, that range of motion and the rate, slowing that rate down. And we're almost at, we're going into number 5, halfway through. Let's see. Stark Industries says, I have to prepare some food for your mother-in-law. Wifey goes to her to bring her some food. Man, that is, I love hearing stuff like that. Go take care of family. We will always be here, and enjoy your day, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, Jacob, we did see. I did notice the name changed. Stark, that sounds amazing. Fried sausages and pasta salad. Nice. That's very cool. Hopefully you were able to get your workout in today, or some work, or maybe it's a rest day. You know, I'm huge on rest as well. So prioritization as well, for sure. Jacob is in the car. All right, here we go. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Number 6. Oh, forgot my plank. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, number 6. Number 6 is knocked down. We're doing 10 sets. Nice, slow, full range push-ups. And then followed up with a brief plank and about a minute rest. That's what the goal is, to really kind of keep this under a certain time. And look, we're not even at 12 minutes yet, including the opening kind of talk, and we're going into set number 7. So we're on a good pace to have a lot of work done in a small amount of time. Let's see, message held for review. What do we got? Jacob asks, am I Catholic? No, I'm not. No religion impact. The point of impact for this is that we're all athletes. This is where a place where you can set aside our differences, whether we agree or disagree, whatever. We're not particular ethnicities, we're not particular nationalities, we're not particular religions. I like to think that we can just put those things aside because we all sweat and breathe and work the same, and that's where we're at. So that's cool. I hold nothing against or for people of different backgrounds. We are just who we are. Let's go to number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010. Appreciate the thumbs up. They help. Number 7, we appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Are you able to get push-ups done after school, or how are you managing? Are you doing them before, or have you just been kind of on a break right now? Elijah Smith says, now time to hear about this crack and PCP and Molly and powder. I don't need to be on. Always another drug habit. Talking away, do tell. I'm not sure what that means. Well, I don't think anybody mentioned narcotics or anything else like that. So I'm not sure. If you want to elaborate on that, Elijah, that's cool. No problem. Oh, you're on a break, Jacob? No problem. Stark Industries says he's not straight religious, but believe in good and believe in good impact on other people's lives. When you do something good, you get something good. You know, I do. Jacob, I don't know what that means. So we're going to see what Elijah has to say about that and what that means, because I don't recall anybody mentioning those things besides Elijah. So maybe there's a point to it. We don't want to jump to conclusions and think that they're trolling. Maybe it's can be sometimes language differences, barriers, so people can't articulate always. So that's why I always like to find out. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 8 is done. Jacob, it's S-A my the. What is Rui? Urui? I'm not sure what these are. These typos? Appreciate the love. Oh, I lagged? Huh. That's strange. You know, I'm in the same spot that I normally am. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that would be. I appreciate you pointing it out. Gives me some ideas of what's going on. It's too bad I don't lag like on my end to where I can see that something needs to be fixed or my position needs to be changed or something, but it is what it is. So shout out to you, sir. Roy says stream's not lagging for him. Cool. Cool. Maybe it's I don't know where you're driving because you're in the car. Got another review held, something held for review. Elijah says, next one boils blister skin peach and cord hanging out of my rear. So Elijah, I'm gonna put that up there. Clearly, you're just on something different today, and that's okay. Everybody gets to be where they're at, but we're on something different here. So as long as you're here, feel free to hit the like, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Elijah Smith, first one. What do alone and none wants me to talk to me on the phone? Okay. Jacob, what are you doing? You got a bunch of nods going on. Yeah, if Roar's not lagging, then it could just be where you're at. Everybody's at in different spaces, so that internet may hit different. Let's get to number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey Jacob, you're blowing that up. I can't read what's going on if you keep dropping those. Yeah. I can't read the other chats when you just keep throwing those up there. Yeah, it could be your internet. It's not about your connection. You can hit dead spots. You said you're in the car driving. So it very well might be. It happens to me when I drive in certain places. You can just hit a spot. It can happen for a variety of reasons. But that might be why, especially if one person had a lag and somebody else didn't. If I get to replay and watch this, I'll try to go back to the spot where you said there was a lag and see if I can follow it. Elijah Smith, now alone, what's to do? Do some push-ups. Join us with some push-ups. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. There's people here that would support whatever it is you're going through, but we can't really break these cryptic codes that you're talking in, so I'm not sure exactly what to tell you. Jacob, no apologies. You're in a tree tunnel? That sounds super cool, actually. Or yeah, that sounds cool. Um, right, Rory? I mean, hey man, like if you're here, there are Elijah's already here. If you're alone, no, you're not. You got me, Rory, Jacob. There's a few other people watching. You got a handful of people. You're not alone, sir. So start doing some push-ups. That's all I got. Right? That's facts, my friend. Facts. I mean, that's what we're here for. So I know people come in on some different stuff, on some different energy, but once you get the temperature of the room, don't walk in the room, a heated room with the fur coat on. Like that doesn't work. You know the temperature of the room, acclimate to it. Take that coat off. So let's get to number 10. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, listen to Rory and Jacob. 5, 6. Jacob wants to see 3,000. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. That's our 100. Just like that. And look, we did that in about 20, 21, 22 minutes. And the reason that's important is that we now understand what we can do when we kind of construct these. Yeah, Rory, get Jacob doing some push-ups too. He's been on a break, so at some point, hopefully he'll get back to it. Elijah says, now I'm past the drug habit and STD they want to give you for free. Well, nothing is free. You paid for it because now you have a habit and an STD, so stop taking free stuff. That's the whole point. You got to have some discipline, some vetting process of what you're willing to accept in your body and the people you're willing to accept things from. These aren't they're lessons, but you got to learn from them. Jacob's in the car. Jacob said, Elijah, chill. Roy said, hop out of the car, do some push-ups. Jacob, okay, Jacob, you have a good day, man. Do some push-ups when you get to school. Just start flexing on the playground in front of the other kids. Tell them you're with Impact, with Rory, with me, John, and Bella. Tell them who your crew is. They'll fall in line. Next thing you know, you'll have all these kids doing push-ups. Tell them you're with Stark. Now I watch you again, sir, Stark says. I'm ready for food prep, for takeaway. Nice. All right. All right, Jacob. Stark and Rory. What words do you have for Elijah, who says they have an addiction and an STD? What are your gentlemen's thoughts on that, and what kind of wisdom, life experiences can you impart? I'm gonna put this back down here. What kind of words of wisdom can we give this person? Or anyone in the chat. When you're talking about somebody who's saying they have an addiction and have had an STD, what are your thoughts? I'm going to do some stretching while I'm sitting here. Stark Industry says, stay strong, brother. Don't let drugs influence your life. You're better and stronger than that. I agree. I agree. And Elijah, you're getting information from Stark is in Germany, Roar is in New Zealand, and Huang, I'm in the States. Where are you coming to us from? And welcome. Rory says he had an addiction. His kids were embarrassed of him and didn't want to take them to school because he was a meth addict. So you chose to quit. My advice is to find something that motivates you to quit. Man, that is fantastic. I appreciate you sharing that. You didn't have to. And that's a beautiful sentiment. Shout out to you and all respect for that and understanding what your position was putting your children through as well. I think a lot of times, whether we're addicted or not, we can be selfish at times to our own wants over the needs of what we need to address and take care of, especially as men, as fathers, and leaders, not only of our household, but of our cultures. So fantastic. Stark Industry says doing sports helps a lot. I agree. I agree that there's a change because if you have an addictive personality, it's excuse me, it's not always just about the weak things. You can take that same addiction to Rory's point because Rory's out hiking mountains and doing workouts. So you just shift that energy over to here. You take it out of the drugs, the alcohol, the sex, whatever it is, and you shift it over here towards working out, towards studying, towards eating better, and towards working on yourself. It's the same thing. You can have addictive personality, and that's just the personality. What you choose to do with it is different. It's like your car is your car. What road do you drive it down? Elijah, are you still there? Are you hearing, reading some of these things? Hopefully, still there. Um, I wish we had John in this as well because he's he's another trusted voice. But John said he would rejoin us when he's done planting. If you guys don't know, he's on a farm. He's running a farm, and just the fact that he was able to um, be able to do that is and join us is cool. Roy says my kids let me come to their school to drop them off now, and they walk with me when we go grocery shopping. It was so worth pushing through it at the end. Man, salute to you, and just making that absolute change. Stark Industries, you're right. Just try to switch energy. Yeah, it's like a bank account. If you have $100, you can shift that $100 into a savings, into a checking, into some sort of investment. You can, it's still your $100. You can change that what account you put that in. So your energy is more valuable than money. So put that energy into an account that's going to grow for you. Don't just keep spending out of it. Put that into an account more like an investment account, something that's going to grow, and then you can peel off and put that money or that energy into other positive things, into other ventures that are going to grow for you. A lot of investors don't just invest in one thing. So even though you're investing in yourself, invest in your health, invest in your self education, invest in your fitness, invest in like all these other areas, your emotional control, things like that. So you're not just succumbing to weak moments when you are in a depressed state, because we can all get there. Look, we're all human. We all can ride highs and lows. But the second you get to low doesn't mean that we start just going into a path of self destruction. Don't give yourself that to say, well, I feel low, so this is the time that I'm going to go out and do something destructive. Because not only do you go low, but then you sink lower, and then it's harder to get out of to just ride back to normalcy. Stark Industry says farmers are good men. Farmers are the backbone of every strong country, of every strong culture. Farmers are the guys who feed us folks. Facts. Facts. Absolutely. And uh, there's a really just wholesome quality I find about John, and have nothing but respect for farmers. Absolutely. My grandfather was a farmer, and I can remember, I was a city kid, but I remember going to the farm, and there's just a difference in the work ethic. A lot of, yeah, just the responsibility is constant, and if you're the only one out there, it's hinged on you in order to make things work. So shout out to to all farmers and our man John, because that's a fantastic person to have come across. Same with you, Stark, to see, you're taking care of family, mother-in-law, bringing food, and how you and your family operate together. Rory sharing his story, being able to go and walk the streets with his children and things like that. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be in the company of amazing men and fathers. And yeah, so hopefully collectively our legacy years and our influence will help shape a young man like Jacob. I'm not just taking anything away from his father. I don't know what that is, but when you see other male figures, thank you, Roy. When you see other male figures in your community, and those are our coaches, those, if you go to church or something, those are community leaders, pastors, deacons, or whatever it is. Those are just your tribal elders. It's always been this way. And so we got to keep that going. Keep that going. I wish Elijah had stuck around, but that's okay. That is okay. Rory, you have work soon, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Stark Industries says you was a kid from a little town, lots of villages with farms around the area. I bet, yeah. And what a cool time that was. Just to be able to, I don't know, see the countryside and go be able to just, I don't know, take a look at those stuff. I wish I saw more of that when I was a kid, but I'm also just grateful for the life that I had, that it wasn't a hard struggle either. But there's a big difference between being a city kid and growing up out on farms and things like that. Oh, taking the time to do a little stretching, although I feel really good. Roy says it's 12:30 at night for him. I finished work and putting the kids to bed, so I'm off to the gym soon. Excellent. Excellent. We'd still 12:30. I think that Stark, is that around your time too? 12:30 a.m. I remember you left me a message once, or you're closer to 6, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're about 12 hours difference. I got to get these down so I understand what time frames you guys are on. But hey, shout out, and I appreciate you jumping on, Rory. I know you got your day to get ready for, to start and be able to do things with the kids and all that. So I can't tell you I appreciate you sharing your story enough, because that's an honest space to be in, and I'm glad you're comfortable enough to share that. Yes, cheers to you, sir. 14:53, is that 2:53 in the afternoon? So let's see, 5:50 a.m. in the US is 12:50 a.m. in New Zealand, and that is 2:50 p.m. in Germany. Wow. We've got some time gaps, but here we are, all in the same space. How cool is that? Yeah, how cool is that? So I'm gonna try to keep this in mind as far as structuring and keeping consistent. I mean, we've been going at these same times, but I'd love to be able to make sure that I'm connecting with as many of you as possible. Jacob, he's only a couple hours, I think, before me. 2:53 in the afternoon. Cool. Got it. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Um, well, we finished it up, and I know you gentlemen have things to do, and I know some of the other subscribers and people watching do as well. So I'm gonna jump off. We got 35 quality minutes in, and sometimes it's well, not sometimes. I would always prefer quality over quantity. So I don't want to drag this out until everybody's like, I gotta go, gotta go. We saw Jacob have to get off to school, but I know he would stay in the chat as well. So, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. We'll be back tomorrow, and in the meantime, I'm gonna drop some videos. And there's shorts that come out. So it's not just the lives, but you guys already know that. Stark Industry says we are here together. It's a cool thing to say. Absolutely, it is. It's like time traveling. And Rory says, cheers. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day. Salute to you. Salute to you, Stark Industries. And guys, like we say here, I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit or beginnings of health and fitness. HWPO, hard work pays off. Impact Athletics Association. And if you're watching and haven't subscribed yet, do that because we'll be here tomorrow. See you guys. Much love.